All right, let's talk about a book that honestly took the world by storm. I'm talking about Marie Kondo's The Life-Changing Magic of Tidying Up. And the promise it makes is huge, not just to clean up your house, but to totally transform your life. So how does it do that? Let's get into it.
Okay, be honest. Does this sound like you? You spend your entire weekend cleaning, organizing, making everything perfect, and then what? By Wednesday, it's like a clutter bomb went off again? It's so frustrating, right? Well, that exact feeling is what this book is all about.
So what's the deal? Why can't we ever seem to win the battle against clutter? According to Marie Kondo, the reason is actually pretty simple. We're thinking about the problem all wrong.
You know, the book's core idea is that most of us are basically self-taught when it comes to tidying. And it's kind of true, right? I mean, you might take classes for cooking, you learn how to drive, but tidying is just something you're supposed to figure out. And that's exactly why, she argues, we're stuck in this loop of cleaning up and then watching it all fall apart again.
And this is where she introduces her first big, game-changing idea. It's a totally different way to approach the whole concept of tidying up.
Okay, so get this. She says, make tidying a special event, not a daily chore. So stop thinking of it as this never-ending, soul-crushing task. Instead, you're going to treat it like a special, once-in-a-lifetime event, a marathon. She even calls it a tidying festival. The goal is to completely reset your home and, believe it or not, your whole life.
And this just completely blows up the common advice we always hear, right? Oh, just tidy a little bit every day. Kondo says, no way. That's a trap. Doing that just means you'll be tidying forever. Her method is the opposite. You do it all at once in one big go. You get it done completely.
And here's where the life-changing part really comes in. The book's big promise is that this isn't just about cleaning. It's about how a dramatic reorganization of your home leads to these, equally dramatic changes in your life and your perspective. It's a full-on reset button.
Okay, that all sounds great in theory, but how do you actually do it? What are the steps? Well, now we get to the real heart of the KonMari Method, the nitty-gritty.
So it boils down to just two main things. First, you discard. Second, you figure out where to store what's left. But, and this is a huge but, she has one rule that is absolutely non-negotiable. You have to finish getting rid of everything you don't want before you even think about where to put stuff. No exception.
And this is probably the most famous part of her whole philosophy. She says the best way to do this is to take each item one by one and ask yourself a simple question. Does this spark joy? See the shift? You're not looking for things to throw out. You're deciding what you want to keep. So what does spark joy even mean? It's not a logical thing. It's a feeling. It's that little jolt of happiness, that excitement you get when you touch something you truly, genuinely love. That feeling becomes your only measuring stick. If you feel it, you keep it. If you don't, well, you know.
All right, so you've got your magic question, but where do you start? This brings us to the second big rule of the method, and it's what makes the whole process actually work.
She says that tidying up by location, doing the bedroom today, the living room tomorrow, is a fatal mistake. And it makes sense when you think about it. You've probably got books in 3 different rooms, right? If you only do one room at a time, you never actually see how many books you really have. You just end up shuffling the same clutter around.
So the right way to do it is to tidy by category. You gather every single piece of clothing you own from all over the house and put it in one giant pile. Then you go through it. The order is super important too. You start with clothes, then books, then papers, then miscellaneous stuff, what she calls komono, and you save the really hard stuff, the sentimental items, for last. It's designed that way to help you build up your spark joy decision-making muscle.
So you've done all this work. You've gone through everything you own. What's the big payoff? Well, this is where we get to the real magic of tidying up. It's the why behind the whole thing.
It's about so much more than a clean house. The idea is that when you put your house in order, you're also putting your past and your life in order. As you go through each item, you're forced to confront your past choices. It helps you see clearly what you actually need in your life and what you're ready to let go of.
And this isn't just some vague concept. The book shares some pretty incredible stories from her clients. People who, after tidying, quit their jobs to start a business, or finally lost weight, or saw their relationships improve. I mean, one person even got a divorce and felt happier. It's wild. It shows how this process can unlock some major life changes.
Because in the end, that's what it's all about. Marie Kondo says, being surrounded by things that spark joy makes you happy. The goal isn't just to have a neat and tidy space. It's to create a home and a life that is filled only with things that you love.
And that brings us to the book's final, kind of mind-blowing idea. It basically says that your real life doesn't even begin until after you've put your house in order. So it leaves you with this one simple question. Are you ready to start?